still may be accomplished that way. We'll be sending this out to you. If you take a look up here and just, take a look at, anything that surprises you or anything that way as you look at this. So there's those first four. Donor base, then it comes to parental communication, recruitment into the high school, and then probably 8 maybe is where it starts to get lower that way. Educating the community. Any surprises or thoughts? So pretty much as we discussed.
The one that would surprise me would be the operational. I know we need to do fundraising for operational, but we got a bump in our funding again this year, and we have a big savings built up over the years. So I guess that's the only one that surprised me a little bit, that rank is high. It's obviously an issue because we need the money, but I felt like that wasn't as high of a priority as it ranked. I guess that was the one that surprised me.
Other thoughts? And again, as the plan plays out, when you do really evaluate where is our funding needed, where are we looking at, and with the capital campaign or the idea of a capital campaign, one building potentially being the highest, it doesn't mean that it happens next week. So it could be a plan. Again, we're going to be looking at the process is going to be going from 6 years. Where do we want to be at 6 years to 3 year to 1 year to 90? Now, everything does not need to have a 6 year, so you're not going to have a standalone 6 for every 3, and every 3 does not need, every 1 year does not need a 3 year. Some things can be accomplished. Last time you may have some standalones that way, but this may, to your point, Randy, with that is that maybe it's, have fully developed, fundraising plan for operations completed in 3 years, rather than it's something that you focus on for this coming year. So again, there could be pieces of that play out further potentially as you talk about it, putting into the plan. All right, ready to move on to the opportunities. Okay, here we go.
All right, spreading the message of the school, becoming more visible, aware to prospective parents. And again, with the opportunities lens in this group.
So go ahead, playing out that idea. We have the opportunity to.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Thoughts? 4, 3, 2, 1. Parent word of mouth and social media posts to send a positive message on LCCA, increase the morale, financial health, and enrollment health.
It's kind of part of the previous one.
It's a it's a method of that previous one, but it also includes the financial part of it. But it's just spreading the message generally is an opportunity of the school. And then the what comes of it is.
George is saying combine those, copy paste this, put this up in the one above, or you see something different, rate it separately.
Okay, just combine it.
Yeah, I think.
Just combine it.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Again, we're always fans of less is more. So again, I would just put a comma here, I period, E period, pop that in. Okay.
Make intentional efforts to advertise our success, share stories from students, families, etc.
Another example would be above.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you feel we need to go and copy paste that in the prior, or is it too quick to go without that?
think it's another method.
There's a placeholder, you can always reference back to it. Okay?
Same as
Increase third-party recognition.
that one too. I would just, I would actually just delete that one because I don't, it's already stated up there. That's what that is.
I think we left it, I'm not necessarily 100% sure,
Yeah, what does that mean?
define third party, but
Yeah.
if there was something very specific with that. And there may not, if there's not, I'm super happy to delete, that's one of my favorite things to do. So,
I'm okay with three.
okay?
Maximize the strengths that LCCA can offer to attract and retain 9th through 12th grade students.
This is the flip side of the notes we talked about, and I think exactly what Eric was referring to. Let's decide what we're good at and focus on that.
Yep. Yeah, and you're gonna see that, you're gonna see what was a challenge, some, flip it to be an option, and that's all right. And the funny thing will be is if you rated one super high as a challenge and then rated super low as an opportunity, so to say, but that normally does not happen, so.
All right, so 4, 3, 2, 1. Increasing new opportunities for students, such as a school trip next year, making LCCA stand out from other charters, uniqueness. So is this a priority as an opportunity? Questions, comments? Great. 4, 3, 2, 1. Promote the benefits of classical education, both in a personal regard and a benefit to the community at large, specifically defining what the school represents, what a classical education means, getting the story out as many areas as possible. So like Scott said, challenges versus opportunities, this is your opportunities perspective. Comments, thoughts, clarifications? 4, 3, 2, 1.
$33.
One up. Continued communication, marketing the brand both internally and externally. Just kind of covered up above.
Yeah.
So delete.
Yep.
LCCA can have more outreach programs to get involved in our local communities.
Delete.
So I love the same
It's
thing. Go ahead.
encompassed. I mean, I think it's not that it's not important or an opportunity, but it's already, I think, part of what we've identified.
Other thoughts there? Okay.
Delete.
We have parents who want to be engaged.
So you can just help you again with the process. So if you say this is a 36, then in the plan, what you're going to build out is we are going to have the most robust parent engagement plan of any school in the entire world in 3 years. And in 1 year, we're going to have the initiation of that plan, and in 90 days, we're going to start to develop that plan. I just want to get you in the process mode as you think through this. So if you say it's high, which is fine, go for it. If you don't say it's high, but if you do say it's high, then you have a specific line in the plan that's saying robust plan, implemented in a year, initial draft 90 days.
And based on your challenges, you are going to have a piece that goes and talks about engagement as well in the plan, based on where that was written. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. With intention, LCCA can better support teachers, partners, partner with families, and provide greater transparency.
More operational.
Thoughts as an opportunity? Questions?
Is the idea with that one to increase our intentionality towards those things? Is that the opportunity that that's speaking of? We have the opportunity to increase our intentionality to better support teachers, partners, families, and provide greater transparency. Is that how others are reading it?
They would fall into the vision when that's above it.
Again, whatever you see here is whatever was sent to us. So, and there's a chance for you all,
Yeah.
so we're not gonna clarify it for you. It's,
By nature of strategic planning, are we being more intentional toward those things happen? Like those seem like three very buckets. Teachers, families, transparency.
Yeah, and that's why I focused on the intentionality of it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
And it
it's
seems to
so-
me that the strategic planning itself is, in a way,
Yeah.
increasing our
Part of that,
intentionality.
correct.
I kind of feel like this is, I mean, these were generated by us. So I feel like the takeaway is that I think we've all decided that we all need to talk more as a community among each other, or something of that nature. So sort of, it's almost like more working together. It seems like a lot of these just fall into one bucket, so
Mhm.
More.
together,
Yeah.
rationally,
Yeah.
you know, right, sensibly.
And, do we feel it's differentiated enough that it's not a delete? Or we can vote and then the vote will come out.
This is just so broad, vague, that like if we rate, to me, if it's rated high, then it's just a lot in there.
Too many things to build in.
Delete.
Sure.
Yeah.
all right, I listened to Georgia. So,
She carries a big stick.
all right.
Increase
purse.
camaraderie within the board, our school, and community.
It's just the same as communication.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to those that have been here, I mean, like, so in my mind, there's like the past and the present. We're looking to go to the future. I'm wondering if this is like in the past, like for those who have been part of the past, do you feel that the camaraderie within the school community and the board and such has improved? Let's say in the last 7 months. Like,
I don't know if I go that far back in the past, but I would say yes. We had dinner on Friday night with a new family that was to move to the school this year. And they'd mentioned, all the negative Facebook comments when they first started.
yeah.
And they said once school started, like that really died down significantly.
Oh, really? That's great
And then
feedback.
throughout the year, not that there weren't some negative comments, but,
Of course.
um,
So improvement. Well,
Facebook is
and
the root of all evil.
Yes.
Is what people should understand.
yeah.
what is the root of all
It's
evil?
Facebook.
Oh my God, so true. All social media. But we've had the parent, maybe a squeaky wheel. I don't know, but I know that one or two parents during the board meetings have said they're excited, or they feel, you know, they want to work together. It seemed positive, seemed like a turning of a new leaf. Maybe I've misinterpreted that. But I guess, how far do we need to go back? Can we just stay in the present and look forward?
I don't know where you are, but you can show me. Go to location services and
That's kind of fun, that.
Siri and dictation.
Shut up, Siri. Stop listening.
Scott's daughter's name is Sarah, and so
Oh.
it fires off sort of something we could have a conference.
That's funny.
Increased camaraderie, I mean, it could also be just future looking.
Or do
So,
fun things.
Your camaraderie is not bad today, but we want to go and increase, that's our opportunity.
It's like the same as the next one.
Exactly,
see.
yeah, but
Right.
look at that next one as well.
Yeah.
So-
Did you say delete?
So maybe delete 12 and we can vote on
Delete.
13.
Yeah, I think so.
So now the new 12.
Improving cohesiveness and unity in the school.
Huh.
So, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hmm.
26.
Parent engagement that is aligned with the best interest of students, staff, school mission. Goes further. So
I said, does that also fall under the vision and the first, maybe it was number 1 or number 2?
I'm looking at this one as an opportunity, again, we're looking at opportunities right
Yeah.
now, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So the opportunity of engaging with parents in a way that is aligned with the best interest of student staff and the school mission, or taking advantage of the parent engagement that we have, or potential that we have, that is aligned with the best interest of the
Yeah.
student staff and school mission.
That's key, align with those things.
all right, so it sounds like we'll keep it.
Mhm.
And 4, 3, 2, 1.
Twenty-seven.
Locating property for one campus. This is critical as to why we will help attract and retain new students.
Reading ahead 15 is pretty much,
The same.
Oh, yeah.
maybe even 16 too.
Oh, yeah.
Merged together.
14, 15, 16 combined maybe?
Yeah. I think delete 14 and 16 and keep 15 as the options.
Okay?
Yep.
So 14, 16, gone.
And attract new students. I mean, I don't know if you want to keep that point in there.
So
It's assumed you don't have to put it in there.
okay.
Fundraising, both capital campaign.
We need to write that
Oh,
up.
oh, sorry, yep, yep. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1.
$34.
I was gonna say 32. All right. Fundraising, both capital campaign and general annual operational support.
Mhm.
4, 3, 2, 1.
36.
Damn, consensus.
All right, a robust advancement office. Donor base would increase. They would oversee volunteers, events that builds community. Departments would seek grants.
Is that what an advancement office is? I actually don't
development.
know. Deve-
Oh,
So,
yeah,
so
refer to it.
some schools, so some will say development, some will
Yeah.
say advancement, some will say mission advancement, some will say
Hmm.
titles are,
Got it.
I,
In high demand.
yeah, so it's really, it gets out of what they do, but. yeah.
So
I've seen
like-
development and advancement used kind of interchangeably in that. It's essentially fundraising and establishing relationships with support.
Yeah, it's really, so whatever title if you vote this high and say this is something, then you can decide on title, whatever you want to call it, that you think is most communicative to your constituency. But it's just like schools have, some will have a president, some will have a principal, some will have an executive director, some will have, in essence, many times they're all doing the same thing, but they just prefer whatever title they prefer, so.
Is this a subcategory of the one above it, or is this a standalone? Like, would this naturally happen as we strategize toward row 15, or not necessarily?
I think 16 is how you achieve 15.
Yeah.
It's like execution.
Yeah, how you execute it, yeah.
So do we vote on this one, or do we consider it part of,
It's like-
under the
Or do we
umbrella?
combine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we could vote on it just because it's pretty specific to the, I mean, the other one's sort of general, we need to do it, and the robust advancement's sort of a way to do it, and maybe we can get some sort of feel of what people think about the advancement office right now if we do it.
Okay.
4 through 2 on.
$26.
Find supporters, donors of significant capacity who believe in LCCA's mission to help LCCA's reach its one campus goal.
I don't think that's necessary based on the above.
Yeah, the 2 above.
That's what this is supposed to do.
All right, so delete 17. With the foundational base of school staff team and the families that believe to join LCCA, we can reestablish the standard for education.
That's, to me, seems outside the mission.
I believe that's supposed to
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
be. Yeah.
I think that's I mean, we are doing that, but that's not, that's a result of something that we're,
Yeah, something that happens because of other things.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, we're part of that collective effort.
To me, that's not an action item,
Mm-hmm.
it's an outcome. I mean, do we want that outcome? I think we do. It's in other.
So delete or vote?
I don't think.
Kind of
it's-
ends
Delete,
up being
less
part
is
of,
more.
yeah, kind of ends up being a part of other things.
And I appreciate that, George, thank you. By the way, where you're gonna see that one jump up again goes back to Skylar comment. You also sent us some 6-year, as Jim Collins would call them, BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals, types of things. And there was at least one, if not two, that maybe got combined to the standpoint of that we would be the example of education for the state, the world, the cosmos, whatever it would be. That's how I would have read that one. That we become that, the standard of education. So, just because you deleted that sentiment's not necessarily going to be gone in what you have. So just understand.
Strong leader and committed teachers. That is an opportunity.
It's an opportunity or a strength.
No, like we close or we have.
So
Yeah.
if I read this as an opportunity, and again, I did not write this, but this is how I would be reading as an objective outside person. I really, okay, we have an opportunity to capitalize better upon our strong leaders and committed teachers. So then I would put together a plan to make sure that the community knows that we've got the best leaders, we've got the best teachers, we've got the best, be part of whether it's leadership development, that you're continue to develop them, a program to continue to grow, or it be something put out in the community, so the community knows that we're the best. I believe, again,
And this was, on the challenges side, we had one that said, to have the best teachers is a challenge.
yep, finding teachers and keeping them and teacher retention, all that, yep, as a challenge, correct. And this is saying, we do have great ones, how do we take advantage of that better? That's how I would read it. If it's a highly rated opportunity.
Yeah, I think maybe it's like actually to what you just raised, and both. It's more the opportunity as being an institution that is regarded as these things,
Yeah.
Leading program, and the comment before about the thing that we just deleted. But there is an element that Hillsdale is a driving bus because it's our script, but that doesn't mean that we can't be. We can't work towards becoming regarded as the leading institution that embodies these things, and we happen to execute it with a foundation that's driven by Hillsdale's program. I don't know, call me crazy. It's like, again, I spent a long time looking at I canvassed the world
Yeah.
as to what
And you chose.
is really good education, and even looking at, I went to a school which for 200 some odd years regarded as the leading institution in the world, and it's gone to the wayside in terms of a value set. And so I do feel like we do have the opportunity to reset whatever that and redefine what that is. And the thing is, if you do that, however it's driven, if you do that, it's important because if you get to be regarded as the best in your local area, in the state area, in the nation, you end up attracting, it does feed on itself. You attract people to come here for that reason. I don't see a reason why we couldn't be that. You can be a public charter. And look, it's Bronx Science and Thomas Jefferson, Bronx Science in New York, Thomas Jefferson in Virginia, these are public schools that are regarded in the world as the best. You can be that to do that, and it's just, a lot of it starts deciding that you want to be. I think we can do that here. Or it's worth trying it. So I think these things probably lump into that. It's just more so, I don't know, it's we don't necessarily need to keep all these things on the board, but I think it's just one category. And just keep it in mind, in the light of opportunity.
Mhm.
All right, so vote on this one as it is, or we need a tweak to it? Or,
The next one is also about teachers.
Yeah. Kind of want to just fold them together.
Yeah, just.
This one and the next one?
Replace the faculty with
What was that?
You could replace, in number 18, replace the faculty with the verbiage from 17,
Okay.
right? Faculty. Teachers. Okay, so now delete 17, we can vote on 18?
all right, what are you doing? Creating a leading program that drives the students to be on the leading edge of while grounded in a moral value set.
It speaks to the same thing as the other thing.
Mhm.
It's kind of reiterating
What you
exactly what
just
you're saying
said.
about
Yeah,
Hillsdale
exactly.
being the foundational as to what we're already doing. So,
Delete it.
delete it. Leadership activity program, mentor program of some kind for the oldest students in each building. As an opportunity for the students. questions, any clarification, thoughts?
Does the House program do something like that?
It serves to that effect greatly. Comparing the school.
Leaders elected in each house and
Speaks to
then
that.
leaders elected on the overall council.
So is this one already completed, or does this add a different nuance, or would you like to be potentially in the strategic plan?
I'm seeing that as more internally operational and less institutionally strategic. It's a good thought, good suggestion, but maybe not on the broad scale that we're discussing today.
Yeah, this could be construed tactical.
Yeah,
instead of-
absolutely.
All right, so read it. Or you want to vote on? Thanks. Margaret, what do you?
I'm fine with deleting, but I don't necessarily delete. Can we go back to the first step?
So you're getting more into the rhythm, you're getting more into the rhythm of this a little bit, of what it's intended to be, so it's good, and that's what it does. And as you follow this process, as we're gonna tell you again, following this process going forward, of the rhythm and the flow of this, and that's what we're gonna get into a little bit more tomorrow at the end of today, you're gonna get into a rhythm of this, which is good, which is good. All right, so I don't know if you wanna, why don't we take a quick 3 minutes and just stretch again real quick, less than an hour, but take a quick 3 minutes. Dan will rearrange this and show us